from destructive forces and unwanted actions of unauthorized users, such as a cyber attack or a data breach. Those are the common use of data security. Hello, we are Group 4 and today we are going to talk about data security issues. Data security is a process of protecting files, databases, and accounts on a network by adopting a set of controls, applications, and techniques that identify the relative importance of different datasets, their sensitivity, regulatory compliance requirements, and then applying appropriate protections to secure those resources. Problems with security pose serious threats to any system, which is why it is crucial to know your gaps. Here are the most vicious security challenges that big data has in stock. Number 1 is vulnerability to fake data generation. Second is the potential presence of untrusted mappers. Third, troubles of cryptographic protection. Fourth, possibility of sensitive information mining. Fifth, struggles of granular access control. And lastly, data provenance difficulties.
Vulnerability to fake data generation. To deliberately undermine the quality of your big data analysis, cybercriminals can fabricate data and pour it into data lake. For instance, if your manufacturing company uses sensor data to detect malfunctioning production process, cybercriminals can penetrate your system and make your sensors show fake results, say wrong temperatures. This way, you can fail to notice alarming trends and miss the opportunity to solve problems before serious damage is caused. Such challenges can be solved through applying fraud detection approach. Potential presence of untrusted mappers. Once your big data is collected, it undergoes parallel processing. One of the methods used here is MapReduce paradigm. When the data is split into numerous bulks, a mapper processes them and allocates to particular storage options. If an outsider has access to your mapper's code, they can change the settings of the existing mappers or add alien ones. This way, your data processing can be effectively ruined. Cybercriminals can make mappers produce inadequate lists of key or value pairs, which is why the results brought up by the reduced process will be faulty. Besides, outsiders can get access to sensitive information. The problems here is that getting such access may not be too difficult since generally big data technologies don't provide an additional security layer to protect data. They usually tend to rely on perimeter security systems. But if those are faulty, your big data becomes a low-hanging fruit. Troubles of cryptographic protection. Although encryption is a well-known way of protecting sensitive information, it is further on our list of big data security issues. Despite the possibility to encrypt big data and the essentiality of doing so, this security measure is often ignored. Sensitive data is generally stored in the cloud without any encrypted protection, and the reason for acting so recklessly is simple. Constant encryptions and descriptions of huge data chunks slow things down, which entails the loss of big data's initial advantage or speed.
Hello everyone, I'm Selun Vincent Abagua. I'm taking this report for now, page 7, 8, and 9. First topic, possibility of sensitive information mining. Perimeter-based security is typically used for big data protection. It means that all points of entry and exit are secured. But what IT specialists do inside your system remains a mystery, such as lack of control within your big data solution may let your corrupt IT specialists or evil business rivals mine unprotected data and sell it for their own benefit. Your company, in its turn, can incur huge losses if such information is connected with new product or service launch, company's financial operations, or users' personal information. Here, data can be better protected by adding extra parameters. Also, your system security could benefit from anonymizations. If somebody gets personal data of your users with absent names, addresses, and telephones, they can do practically no harm. In short and simple explanation, you can literally trust no one deciding for your system security. Even it's your own employee or trusted someone, or it's an IT specialist, only for adding extra parameters and knowledge can prevent occurring huge losses and may prevent unwanted damage to your company or to your own system. Next, page 8. Struggles of granular access control. Sometimes, data items fall under restrictions and practically new users can see the secret info in them, like personal information in medical records, name, email, blood sugar, etc. But some parts of such items, free of harsh restrictions, could theoretically be helpful for users with no access to the secret parts, say for medical researchers. Nevertheless, all the useful contents are hidden from them. And this is where talk of granular access starts. Using that, people can access needed data sets but can view only the info they are allowed to see. The trick is that in big data, such access is difficult to grant and control simply because big data technologies are initially designed to do so. Generally, as a way out, the parts of needed data sets that users have the right to see are copied to a separate big data warehouse and provided to particular users group as a new whole. So, granular access control means to divide the information needed for a specific position or for specific needs only. They can only access few information that they need in basic standard, or what position they have and to what information they need. While the other hand are more complex and classified information that can be accessed to a small circle of people. They are type of people who manages deep information and only allows inferior position to know only few important information to be relayed with, and that provide to copy the data and make it a new whole that can only access to a small group. In simple terms, it depends on what position you are into that restrict the information you may get, while the higher ups manages the big data or the complex information and granularly distribute the permitted data that has been given.
Data provenance difficulties. Data provenance, or historical records about your data, complicates matter even more, since its job is to document the source of data and all manipulation performed with it. We can only imagine what a gigantic collection of metadata that can be. Big data isn't small in value itself. And now, picture that every data item it contains has detailed information about its origin and the way it was influenced, which is difficult to get in the first place. For now, data provenance is a broad big data concern. From security perspective, it is crucial because unauthorized changes in metadata can lead you to the wrong data sets, which will make it difficult to find needed information. Untraceable data sources can be a huge impediment to finding the roots of security breaches and fake data generation cases.
So, in this part, it is the complex part of a system. which case it is more defined and has detailed information that can be manipulated by few individuals or created a system or data itself. It is like fixing electricity wires in a single pole that are mixed up, that pertains hard to figure out which sets of wire is to be manipulated. In regards to the topic, the wrong set of wires, the information that is being manipulated can cause unwanted changes and even cause breaches or blind spot where intruders can seek its passageway through the system. That will be tragic in conclusion. Complexity there is. And that's all. That's my part of the report. Thank you and goodbye.
High speed of NoSQL databases, evolution and lack of security focus. This point may seem as a positive one, while it is a serious concern. NoSQL databases are a popular trend in big data science, and its popularity is exactly what causes problems. Technically, NoSQL databases are continuously being honed with the new features, and just like we said in the beginning of this article, security is being mistreated and left in the background. It is universally hoped that the security of big data solution will be provided externally, but rather often it is ignored even on that level. Absent security audits. Big data security audits help companies gain awareness of their security gaps, and although it is advised to perform them on a regular basis, this recommendation is rarely met in reality. Working with big data has enough challenges and concern as it is, and an audit would only add to the list. Besides, the lack of time, resources, qualified personnel, or clarity business side, security requirements make such audits even more unrealistic.